Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We're really happy from Newfoundland and Labrador Tourism that the portal is now ready to go and you're able to do the renewal for 2020. And it's good timing for us to do this webinar with you today. It's a lot of hard work in building the system, a lot of people at the table from our portal team and our colleagues with the OCIO, Target Marketing and Vision 33, and a vendor called Meraki. We're really, really happy that we had a lot of smart people at the table. It was a lot of hard work, but here we are, and we're really happy with the results. So the portal was launched in November of last year. For any existing operators, you would have received a mail out, a ton of emails announcing that the portal had gone live. All of the information from our former system, TDMS, was transferred over, and our second system, Package and Image Manager, was transferred over. So the new portal system actually merges together those two systems, and in addition, we now can take applications for food and beverage operations as well. And this portal supports the Government of Newfoundland's way forward objective of providing better service to the people of the province by transitioning from paper-based applications to digital by design model, and this application certainly does so. So how to find the portal? You can go to our government website, and all of our programs actually can be found under tourism marketing. You scroll down, and the marketing programs for all markets were actually the first link there. You can also Google tourism operator portal, and it will come up for you. So this is the welcome page for the portal. All new users and existing users first press the login and register page, but I'd like to point out the user guide link is actually down here. Allie, how do I? The user guide is a very handy tool. It's very in-depth. It's over 60 pages, and it has a lot of screenshots and everything in it. And that's available, the link, on every page of the portal. So for the first part of the presentation, I'm actually going to follow along with the user guide. I understand that there is a bit of delay when I'm scrolling, so if you prefer, you can actually open it up on another window, or you can just follow along here. Thank you, Allie. So the user guide begins with the cover sheet with all of our contact information. Our team is only a phone call or an email away to help you with any assistance, any issues at all you have. We want to make sure that your portal experience is the best it can be, so please reach out with any questions. The user guide should be a good tool as well if we're unavailable. The portal guide is dated. This is the latest issue, so it will be dated every time we add a new edition. The table of contents is clickable, so you can scroll through and click on what you're interested in, and it will go directly to that page. It begins with a little description on what the portal is, what are the requirements for listing, preparing to use the portal. So this is a great checklist for you to look at, to have ready before you actually go to the portal. It'll definitely make the renewal, updating, or addition of new business listings a lot quicker if you are prepared. There's an added glance. Basically, it's just a one-pager about our process with Newfoundland and Labrador Tourism. And portal basics. We're going to spend a bit of time on this section before we go to the portal. Also talk about creating an account, verifying your account, how renewing works. And then this section here, application steps for applying, renewing, and updating. Those are the three main things that you can do in the portal, is applying for brand new, renewing. So we've just kicked off our renewing for 2020. So we'll go through that process, and updating. So if you want to come back and make changes to your current year, 2019, business listing, you can do that as well. And it outlines every section. There's more information in the user guide that will guide you and have helpful hints on how to proceed with those applications. So the other sections within the guide, how to print your license. We will no longer be mailing out your tourism establishment license for accommodations, outfitters, and campgrounds. So you need to go onto the portal and print it. The instructions are here. You will be notified by an email when that happens, when your license is ready for you to print. There's a section on travel offers, packages, and experiences, how to update your occupancy reports, and that's for accommodations, campgrounds, and outfitters. There's a section on helpful hints when writing your business listing, some examples of descriptions, an FAQ section here on the portal, and this section is really important for especially new businesses and existing businesses. It would be helpful to look through this as well because some existing businesses can potentially get other listings in other sections of the within other business listings. So what is the portal? It's an online tool for tourism operators. As I said before, you can apply, update, edit, or renew your business listing and images. You can submit travel offers. For accommodations, campgrounds, you can apply and renew your tourism established license and also submit your occupancy report. So those are the main functions of the portal. Just going to scroll down here to requirements for listings. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because most of you are existing businesses, but if any new operators are watching, all of our requirements are listed here. You can see what businesses we do list in this column here. Do they get an online listing? Are they in the travel guide? And can they submit through the portal? It goes on to talk about the Tourism Assurance Program, which is an industry program, and anyone who wants to be published in the travel guide or on our consumer websites need to be approved through that program. Accommodations, campgrounds, and outfitters. The portal is also used for licensing, and there's requirements for licensing, so that's outlined in the portal. And occupancy stats. So preparing to use the portal. Before you go to use the portal, here's some little helpful advice. We have 3 new email addresses here for the portal, and it's important for you to mark those emails as safe so they don't end up in your spam box. Those are nlportal, no reply at gov.nl.ca. That is automatic notifications. The portal, different from TDMS, has the ability to send you automatic notifications such as the renewal has kicked off, reminders about submitting your occupancy records, approvals once your submissions have been completed, things like that. So this is an automated email address notifications you would get. NL Tourism Operator Portal at gov.nl.ca would be an email that any of the portal team sends you. And Newfoundland Labrador Tourism at gov.nl.ca is when we send newsletters. It's also helpful to bookmark the portal website. It's nltourismoperatorportal.com, so you'll have easy access. For most operators, they only go on once a year to renew. However, the portal is available 365 to you all, so you can go in and update your descriptions and pictures at any time. Anyone who needs to submit occupancy records, they need to do it monthly, so it's nice to have it bookmarked. Also to let you know that there is a timeout feature. For security purposes, your portal session will time out after 30 minutes of inactivity. So plan accordingly. There are Save As buttons throughout the process, and use them wisely so you don't lose your work. And also be prepared that you have enough time. If you have multiple business listings, it will take a lot of time to go through them. Each renewal probably will take about 20 minutes to complete. For your business listings, have the following before you start. Your latitude and longitude, there's a couple of links of where to find those. Existing businesses will have them because it is a requirement. Your descriptions, most operators find it helpful to actually write it in Word and then copy and paste it over to the portal instead of writing it in the portal. Insurance agency and policy number. So this is a requirement for TAP approval. Have those ready. All of your contact information, social media links, and booking information. Your pricing information. Building accessibility number. This is from Service Newfoundland and Labrador. It's for buildings only. And if you would like to have the wheelchair accessible symbol on your business listing in the travel guide or online, you need to have that building accessibility number. But don't let that hold up your renewal. You don't want to miss any deadlines. Just go ahead and say no. You can always come back later and add it if you need to contact Service NL. Each business listing can have 5 images, so have all of those ready, and we'll go through some helpful hints on what kind of images. And when applying, if you're a new tourism operator for accommodations or campgrounds, there's a list of approvals that you need. That's for new only. When you're renewing, you must make sure that your occupancy stats are up to date. And if you're putting in a travel offer, experience, or package listing, have the following ready. Again, it's helpful to have these ready in Word and then copy them over. This is the one-pager that we have. Just to give you an idea of the process of applying and renewing. It's helpful for any kind of new operators to understand our processes.
So we have a question here from Paul. What if we are exempt but still meet the requirements? Can we still get listed with the symbol?
If you're exempt from the Service NL building accessibility, my understanding is that you are not wheelchair accessible if you're exempt, and it's given to typically like heritage homes that can't be wheelchair accessible. Here are the portal basics for you to know. It describes a little bit about the navigation. So this is the header image. When we log in, you'll see it a little better. It's a little grainy here. But this dark blue line, that is your main navigation. This is what it looks like when we first log in. You can log out, see your account information, history, travel offers, apply for new business. We'll go through all those when I log in. When you actually log in to update and renew, the login, the navigation will change a little bit, and this is related to the business that you have just opened. How we present your business listings is very different than our other system. When you first get into the home page, when renewals are open, your renewal folders will appear first, your business listing. So you'll see this heading, renewals for next year. You'll see your business name, the type of business, and the status. How long you've been in operation, and this is the year. So when we log in now, this screenshot was taken last year, so it'll say 2020 up here. And these are the actions on these business listings. We'll go into that detail when we log in. And then you need to scroll down to see your current year. So down below will be your 2019 when you log in. So it's very important that tourism operators understand this distinction between a renewal business listing and a current business listing. Your current business listings appear in the 2019 travel guide and are online right now on newfoundlandlabrador.com and our outfitting websites. The renewals will appear in the 2020 travel guide and will appear on our consumer website January the 1st, 2020. If you make changes in the renewal year, they will not be automatically added to your current year. So you may need to switch back and forth if applicable changes are needed to appear right now in this current year. When you can renew. For accommodations, campgrounds, attractions, tours, shops, festivals, events, food and beverage establishment, renewal opens April the 1st of each year and closes May 31st. And this is renewal for the following year. So we have just launched just a couple of weeks into our renewal for 2020. Outfitters, renewal opens on November 1st and closes the 31st of March. In the views for your business listing, you'll see different statuses, and this is an indication of where your application for your update and your renewal sits. This one here, if it says renewal incomplete, that means it hasn't been sent to us. You need to do it. All of the statuses, there's a definition here on the user guide. If you see renewal incomplete, you have yet to finish your application. Renewal approval pending, you have submitted it, but it has yet to be approved by Newfoundland and Labrador Tourism. Active TAP approved means your application has been approved. Active non-TAP approved means that your application has been approved for your license, so this is accommodations, campgrounds, outfitters only, but you have not met the TAP requirements listing requirements. Application incomplete, this is for a new business. It means that you are still working on it. It's an in-progress application. Application pending is for a new business, but is in the queue and not approved yet. There's 3 types of buttons on each business listing. Renew, you click that to start renewing. Update, you click that to start updating your business listing, your license, your images, occupancy report. And continue, this is a renewal or a new application that's in progress, but you have yet to submit it, so you hit the continue button. Required fields are indicated, and I'll show you that when we log in. Some are not, but once you hit a submit button on a page, you'll get error messages and indicate what required fields are needed. Throughout your process, there's a Save for Later button. You will need to fill in any required fields, but it'll save your information so you can come back at a later time. You'll get this little pop-up that says, just a reminder that you have not submitted it. You've only saved your progress. Throughout the portal, by different fields, there's different hints and rules throughout the portal. They're indicated 2 ways. One is a little question mark, and when you click that, they'll come up, it's either a rule or a hint. So this is an example of website. It tells that the website is required, that or a Facebook business page. This one here, minimum rate. It has click here for instructions, so you click anywhere there, and another little pop-up with instructions or helpful hints. If you have more than one business listing, it's really important that you understand that once you've submitted a business listing update or renewal, return to the home page to start on the next business. And you need to renew your business whether there's changes or not. If you don't come and go through the renewal process, your license will not be renewed, your listing will not be renewed, and you will not appear on the travel guide or on newfoundlandandlabrador.com. So let's just have a little look at our website for a second and our travel guide. So where do business listings appear? Primarily they appear under the plan and book section. You'll see all of the business groups are here. And depending upon your business group, you can also appear on things to do pages, which are one of the most popular things to look at. So if you're a bird watching tour operator, there are links within that page, for example. Top destinations, if you happen to be located in one of these top destinations, you will appear on those pages. It's just a glimpse of, and they're random, but they are pulled in. And further down are Avalon, Eastern, all the regional pages as well are there too. So if you're not in a top destination, you are connected to the regional pages. And travel offers appear over here. The travel offers is a really great opportunity to enhance your presence on our website. And if you have a glance, you'll see what kind of things we're looking for here. You'll see it's anywhere from a multi-day tour operator package to snowmobile trails to one-day culinary workshops, food and beverage tours. So we encourage everyone who's doing any experiences to also add a tour operator. We track how many times people click on these packages and the links to tourism operators, and they really, really enhance any kind of referrals you get from the website for sure. I'm just going to give you a little, while I'm here, about pictures on the website. When you're uploading pictures, it's really best that you choose a picture that's landscape rather than portrait. So landscape, it's longer, wider. So I'm just going to give you an example here. And then when we get into the photo uploader, you'll get an idea. So here's a package from Indian Falls Chalet. It looks great on this page. But when you click over, it actually crops off. So I'm going to give you some little pointers on how to prevent that. And I think that's all for the website. So we'll start and log in. Actually, sorry, I'm going to go back here to the user guide to create an account. So creating an account, these are for new tourism operators. As I said at the beginning of the session, anyone who is an existing operator, your information from TDMS was transferred over. So there's really no need to, thank you. There's really no need to add a new tourism operator. But if you are a new tourism operator, here are the steps. So you visit the portal, you click Login and Register. When you get to the Login and Register page, there's 3 boxes. Login, this section here is for existing users. Create an account is right here. And verify your email is where you go if you've forgotten your email or you're new, if you're setting up a new account. This is the second step in that. So before I leave this page, when the portal was launched, all of our existing tourism operators received 2 emails. One was announcing with some instructions on there, and then there was another second email that asked you to verify your account. And that's how you would link your account from TDMS here. There was a special code on that email back in November where you would take that code, come to this page, and click Verify Email. If you no longer have that email from November, don't worry about it. You can easily get that verification code by coming here and clicking Forgot Password. You do not have to enter your email or password here because you'll do it on the next page. So if you're an existing user and you have not yet verified your account, the instructions are to go here and click Forgotten Password. So back to create an account. You're going to click the Create an Account button, and then a screen will appear, which is kind of hard to read here, but I'll show you when we log in. And it just, basically this is your account information. None of this information is published. So you fill all that information out, and down in the bottom here, the circle is a submit button. When you submit, you'll get a little thank you for signing up message. And then in your email, you will get this e-news or email from us. The subject line will be NL Tourism Operator Portal Verification. This is the same email you'll get if you hit Forgotten Password. So for those that don't have that verification code yet, this is the same email you would get. So on the second line, you'll see this verification code here. That's what's going to get you to your existing data. You click this link and then the code over here. The code will open up, or the link will open up here. You'll put in your email address, that verification code from that email, and then you need to create a password. There's some rules here for the password, very typical of any other online account that you're setting up. It needs to be 8 characters, and then there's 4 rules for you to pick from. You only need to do 3 of them. So 1 uppercase, at least 1 lowercase, at least 1 number, and at least 1 special character. So again, it's 8 characters and only 3 of these 4. And when you log in, you get to the home page. And so now we're going to log in. So I have a test operator here. Click the log in. Enter my passcode. And we log in. This is the home page. There's a little description of everything that you can do on this page and where to find it. So number 1, you can apply for a new listing or a tourism establishment license, and it's right here in the top right-hand corner. You can edit your existing business listing and images. To scroll down, you do that. You can submit your occupancy reports. You scroll down, you need to open up your business listing to do that, and I'll run through that for you. You can renew your business listing. So during the annual renewal, which is April to May, the renewal folders will appear, and you scroll down to do that. You can renew your tourism establishment license. It is the same. You open up the same business listings to do that as well. There's nothing different you need to do as you renew your business listing. At the same time, you're also renewing your license. And you can add travel offers, which are found right here. Okay, so scroll down. So here are my test operators. So you can see there's 2 sections. These are the renewals for next year, and they begin to appear on April the 1st every year, and they stay there until end of December. But your deadline, as always, is May 31st. Current year, so you'll see all of my 2019 listings are right here. So if I want to make any changes, my festival, if I want to change the date, add new pictures, anything like that, I can do here. There are some restrictions to accommodations, things that you cannot change because of the tourist establishment license, such as your rates. And if you need to change the ownership of any of your businesses, you need to contact us. You can't change your owner without contacting us first. Okay, so let's kick off doing a renewal. I'm going to do my hiking trail first. You click the Renew button. You get a little description here that says, on the next few pages, you will be presented with your current information that we have on file. So basically, that just says we've taken your 2019 folder and we've inserted it into your 2020 business listings. And you need to make the changes you need for next year. The first page is your descriptions. So most business listings have travel guide descriptions with the exception of food and beverage operators. They do not appear on the travel guide. They are only online. There's 200 characters available, and there's a nice handy counter for you to work with, so you know it won't let you go over. And the website, there's actually 500. My test business has 69 characters left. I would use all of those characters. These descriptions are very, very important to your business, And there's lots of helpful hints in the user guides in the user guide rather that can help you write the best description for your business on what to include and things like that, what not to include. A lot of people add extra words there that they don't need to. You really need to focus on what your unique selling points are. Don't include things like season dates or rates or your website address. They appear in other sections. Just focus on what makes you different from your competitors and why people should go to your property. So here I can go ahead and edit, or I can save for later once I'm done. I'll come back. I hit the continue button. The next screen is my location. So most hiking trails have two locations for the beginning and the end of the trail. I can add other locations if I need to. This is also the section where you update your date. It won't let you continue. You'll get a little warning button. Please review the location information by clicking the edit button. So you need to open those, each one of those, or it won't let you continue. You want to make sure that your location is correct. So your street address here, we're not looking for P.O. boxes or anything like that. This is what our users will use to find your business. Your latitude and longitude, there's a nice helpful hint on a couple of websites on how to get that latitude and longitude. Longitude is always a negative. If you forget it and hit submit, it won't let you continue. It's always negative in our neck of the woods. And then your season dates. It opens up to 2020. Just make sure these dates may just open up to 2019, so make sure that your year is correct. And the season summary. These open from and open to is not published, but the season summary is, and this is the format that we'd like to see. You hit continue once you're done. So bring it back to the main page for location, and you can continue on to the next section. This is your business listing, business information here. Any boxes that are grayed, like owner name, it's grayed out, so you can't change it. Primary number and toll-free numbers are required, and they have some tap information here. Email address is required. We have fields for all social media links. Website and or Facebook business page is required. Twitter, please don't put in your just Twitter handle @symbol. It has to be the whole website. Same thing with YouTube. We need to have everything there from www on in order for the link to work on your business listing. We also have travel blogs, review site. So most of these are actually TripAdvisor. I see an error there. So I can just go ahead and update it, grab the link from TripAdvisor and put it in. Or I'm pretending I know it. There we go. And this is my online booking over here. .com. So if you have an online booking system on your website, or if you're using websites like book.com, anything else that has a booking engine or your listing, you can put it here. And that puts a nice book now button on your business listing. Your mailing address goes in here, but it is not published. Your rate summary. So mine is a trail, so I just put 0 here because that's required. And rate summary, I actually can leave that field blank if I wish. Since I'm a trail, I put in 0, and the reason why it's required is that it will it's a validation on the electronic method of payment. So in order to be TAP compliant, you must have at least one form of electronic payment. However, attractions, tours, festivals, and food and beverage operations that charge less than $10 are exempt. So let's say I was an attraction and I only charged $9. I can, I don't have to select any electronic payment. However, if I was $11 and I went to hit submit, I'm going to get an error message saying I didn't select any electronic payment. So I'm going to leave that $11 so you can see what an error message looks like. Capacity description is not required for an attraction. Insurance is one of the task requirements, and we can click here for any instructions. Accessibility, this is the Service NL section that will give you the wheelchair accessible. So there's a few choices here. No, not applicable, yes, and exempt. If you select yes, you're required to put a business accessibility number there. If you select exempt, we need that number too, and then you can select yes or no. But this is not a requirement for listing, so again, don't let this hold you up. Just say no, and you can come back later. Service languages you provide other than English is not required. And then there's a list of amenities as well. I hit continue. And this is the error message. I charge over $11, so it says that I have to go back and select an electronic payment. So I'm going to say I take e-money transfer, and I go down and hit continue. The next section of the portal is support documents. And typically this is only used by brand new accommodators, campgrounds, and outfitters for them to send us any approvals for licensing. So if you're a new accommodator, you have to get a fire approval from your municipality. So you need to attach that. So I'm going to just show you an example of that. So attachment type, you just select other. You can write anything you want here. So I'm going to say it's a fire approval. Detail, if you need to add anything, send that to us. And then I'm going to add my certificate. It's all ready to go, and I select add the attachment. And then it appears for you. So most operators don't need to do that to send us anything in, so you just hit continue on that page. This page is about the images. So I submitted images on my 2019 folder. So it was populated over upon renewal. This is what it kind of looks like here. You'll see the display order. When you see number 1 here, that's the one that appears first on a plan a book search result page or the main image on the business listing page. This is my caption, and it says that it's approved. I can go and edit this picture if I need to, or delete it if I want to replace it. And I can also switch the order. So if I want to have number 3 go up to number 1, I just press the arrows and it'll continue to move up. These here have been submitted, but Newfoundland and Labrador Tourism has not approved this yet, so it's in the submitted status. So while I'm here, I'm going to just delete this one. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Actually, I'm glad I did it because I just want to remind you as well. If you need to hit the back button don't use the back button on your browser. Always use the back button in the application. So let me just delete this one. So when you go here, there's some rules about the pictures. Oh, didn't delete. Give me a second here now. Try that again. There we go. Okay. So upload a new image. I can put a caption in here, and I'm going to choose my file. So I'm going to choose an example that's landscape here now, just to show you what it can look like. And I'm going to say chef's table. And I upload the image. So this is the edit button. You can see how that picture is not rendering great. You need to move it down. I recommend that you move it all the way down as far as you can, because about this much will crop off the business listing page. We know this is a big issue for people, so we are working on it and hopefully going to be able to improve that so we don't have the images cropping so much here, or provide a better means for you to submit the right size. But it's just not there yet. So you save it. Sometimes it can take a minute or two. If you see this button, I wouldn't recommend you pressing any other buttons. Just let the system do what it needs to do, and it will shortly do it. There we go. So after the images, this is your last page to renew. It'll give you a little snippet of some of the information you submitted. It'll just show you your descriptions. Application complete. So you need to check this button here, and basically it's saying that by submitting this button, you're certifying that, to the best of your knowledge, that you have signing authority for the business and that you have the necessary licenses and permits to operate in the province by all of the applicable provincial, federal businesses, laws. And you click submit. You get a nice thank you page with some reminders about going back to home if you need to review your application status, if you want to apply for a new business, if you need to edit anything, submit an occupancy report. There's also some other information here about owners. If you have multiple businesses, that reminder to make sure you renew every one of those businesses. If you're an accommodation or campground operator, make sure you get your occupancy stats in by the proper dates, because operating without a license and failure to submit those occupancy records will prohibit you from all of the marketing opportunities with us. Same for the outfitters. So just a little bit of information about that. And you click the Go Back to Home button where we started. And we scroll down here. You'll see that my hiking trail is in renewal approval pending. And I can go ahead and renew the rest of those. I'd like to show you how to do an update first. So you scroll down here. The updates are a little different in that you aren't forced to go to every single page. So all of your descriptions appear on the top of the page. You select Update Description, and you'll be able to edit these. So the first page is just a view only. Then all your business information appears, and you select the Edit Business Information. And only the fields that you are allowed to edit will appear here. If you want to change anything to do with your location and season, you'll need to use the blue navigation bar at the top. You click here to update your location and season. The location appears on the first screen, but you actually need to click Edit to see your season date. When you're done, you click the back button. There's no continue here. Only the renewals have continues at the bottom of the page. Oh, sorry. It does have it. You do have to click back. If you need to submit any of those support documents, the approvals for your licensing, they go in here. And if you want to update your images, it's in the top right-hand corner. So I made a change in the 2020 folder for the images. You'll note that that change did not happen in 2019. So you need to keep that in mind. If you're changing your images for next year, you'll have to go back into your current year for 2019 and make those edits on that folder. And I click back to home, and I'll see all my business listings again. I'd like to run through a food and beverage application with you. You'll see that the status is application pending, so that means I've started it, but I have not submitted it to Newfoundland and Labrador Tourism. So I click my update. I'm ready to finish the application. If I need to update the description, I'll click it here. If I need to change any of my information here, I click the nice Edit Business Information. But I'm actually going to do the images again because I wanted to spend another little bit of time with you on how to upload. So this is what the page looks like if you've never added any images. So I can put in my caption. I go here, I choose my file. So this time I'm going to select one that's landscape. So again, you want to pull it down as far as you can. You can also zoom in and out by this bar here. Oh, that looks good. You can add your caption as well, and you can rotate your image if you like. There we go. So that's all ready to go, and I'm going to hit save. The images take a bit of time because it's a lot of data. Okay, so I've done that. Okay. So the next I'd like to show you is how to submit your occupancy. So occupancy reports, you scroll down to the current year for 2019 and you click update. If you still haven't submitted all your records for 2018, you find them here in the history section. So here's my bed and breakfast, and I click details, and I add 2018. So keep an eye on this business here. Make sure you're adding it to the right year. So I'm going to add my 2019 records. If there's any outfitters on the line, it's the same process, except your form is a little different. Accommodators and campgrounds have to submit their report each month, but outfitters only need to send an annual report, so your form is a lot different. So I'm submitting January. So January I was closed, and I submit it to the department. I'm going to open on, I was open on February. And when I say open, I get all of these fields open. So number of nights, I was open for the whole month, 28 days, not a leap year, was it? And then number of rooms, I have 5 rooms. And the number that I sold 15 rooms through the whole month. And I made $10,000. And you'll see the math is already calculated for you. You click this button saying that the above information is correct, and you submit it to your department, and there you go. Simple as that. When you're done, hit your back button. So while I'm in here, I've received my email saying that I've been licensed, and I can download my license file. So right here, license document download, click that, and here's my license. And I click download, and it will download to your PC, and you can print it for displaying on your property. Okay. So travel offers. So currently I do not have any travel offers. I go to the top right-hand corner to add it. And there's 4 types. So the first one is an experience or tour. So these are offered by tour operators, attractions, accommodators, events, shops, galleries, and also food and beverage. Package tour are offered by package tour operators. So it's those companies like Maxim and Lincoln that offer multi-day. And then the outfitters, they have a package form as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put in an experience tour. So it's interesting to note as well that if you are a tour company, you get a tour business, but you also can put every single one of your tours in under this program as well. So they'll appear under the travel offer section of the website. And I should mention that this is not about discounting at all. It's about adding value, and it shouldn't be about discounting your product, anything but. So this is just a confirmation page. There's no action required. So the name of my package is, let's say, Midnight Kayak. And then I have 500 words to describe it, and then there's also conditions. So describing it should be about the experience, not anything to do with the terms and conditions or the dates or websites or anything like that. They all appear somewhere else. So in the package description, you want to talk about, you know, that moonlight kayak with full moon, and what you're going to experience, the sounds, the tastes, that kind of sensory description. And in the conditions, you can say things like a minimum group of 10 people, only available on Tuesday nights, anything like that, or pre-booking required. So I'm just going to put in some gibberish here now because it's quick. This next page is where you add your business and any operators that you are partnering with. So I'll go here and I will select my business, and I'm going to select all of them because this will allow my offer to appear on every single one of those business listings. And let's just say I am working with Grossmore National Park on this. I would type in Grossmore National Park. And it will appear in the drop-down, and then I can select it. So I'm not going to do that right now because I'm on production. So I hit continue. Okay, community town is required. I'm just going to hit the back button to get out of there. I think I forgot something when I was filling it out. Let's hit continue, see where that comes from. Okay, here we go. The next section is you want to add all of your communities that your tour takes part in. So it takes part in Grossmore National Park. And I hit continue. And I can add more communities. And it also goes to Lanza Meadows. So this is really important because now that my tour is in these locations, if anybody's searching for travel offers within these top destinations, my tour will show up. When I'm done adding my communities, I enter all of the other information. So my primary phone number, alternate phone numbers, and email is required. Add a website address. Ideally, you want to have information of your package on your website. And my business name and partner. So I'm going to say Kirby's Tours. And I'm partnering with Grossmore, so I'm going to add Grossmore National Park here. Physical location, so you can add things like departs in North Point. The starting price, oops, where'd it go? Starting price, it starts at $1,500, and then there's different units that are there, so per package. Is it multi-day? Yes, it is. And it's 4 days, and my valet. So you can only do this midnight kayak in September. So I put in the dates that the package is available. These are not display dates. Your display dates on newfoundlandlabrador.com, when you submit your package, it'll take us up to 5 days. Typically, it's only 1 or 2 days, and we approve it. The minute it is approved, it will appear on the website, and then it will stay on newfoundlandlabrador.com until the valid until date is reached. So this one, even though it's available in September, I'm going to start marketing it now. And yes, it's an overnight. Then these categories, you have to have at least one, but this is how they're pulled into different pages within Things to Do. I'll give it a second to load. It's a drop-down box, and it has things like heritage and culture, urban getaways, hiking and walking, snowmobiling, skiing and snowboarding, golfing, rural retreats, icebergs, whale watching, boat tours. So it's not loading, but it's a list of basically all of the pages within Things to Do and a couple extra ones as well. and it will appear. So if my package is kayaking, I'd want to select kayaking and rafting, and it'll appear on that page. If there's a dining element, I'll select food and dining, and it will appear on the food and dining page.
So we have a question here from Steve at the Shallow Bay Motel, and he's asking, so if we have a package that includes Western Brook, and if we select Bond Tours, will that package show up on Bond Tours page? So if you're, okay, so Shelley's going to talk about that quickly.
That's exactly right. If you are partnering with the boat tour and you select your partner as Bond Tours, that package will now appear on their page and your page as well. So it's getting you, more eyeballs the better. That's the beauty of the travel offers, is that you've gone from just having a listing of your business on newfoundlandandlabrador.com, but you also have many eyeballs now on travel offers because they can appear elsewhere. When I'm done selecting my categories, I hit continue. Yes. I think we've got another question. Yes, you can add as many partners as you want, Steve. For packages, it is required that you do submit an image as well. It's just one, not 5 like the business images. So I'm going to skip that section because it takes a little bit of time, but it is required. I don't think I'll be stopped here to add it. However, once you submit it without an image, we'll come back and say, in order to approve it, you'll have to go back and add an image. On the last page, you'll give a summary of your offer, and then you just hit the submit button. There you go. And then you return to your travel offers. And then to get back to home, you click the home button. So I spoke a lot about business listings on the website, but I should have mentioned at the top as well, your business listings are on the travel guide, and they're organized by region. So you'll hear right now I'm in Western in the campground. I'm going to zoom in. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I got the Adobe controls over it. Okay, I found it.
Click on that.
There we go. So everything that you put in the portal is also used on the travel guide as well. I just want to show you another example of one another kind of helpful hint. So as you know, the deadline is a year out for renewals. And especially for professional events, it's kind of hard to nail down event dates. So for this example here, Comedy at Woody Point, they don't know their exact date, May the year before, so they put July TBA. However, remember the portal is open 365 days a year. That Comedy at Woody Point and other festivals really should come back into the portal and update when they know their real dates, because we have close to 3 million views on the website, and they're on the ground looking for what's happening where I am now, and they are searching for events by date. So that's another little reminder for you. I think that kind of wraps up our session today. I think I've showed you everything. If there's any more questions there, I'm happy to answer them. I think we do. Hang on now.
Alrighty, so we have a question from Paul, the room's at Woody Point, and he's asking about why do we have to submit the revenue along with the occupancy rates, and what is that data used for? Why do they have to submit it?
The information for occupancy, it's only for accommodations and campgrounds and outfitters, and it's a requirement for listings, and the research department uses that. It's all confidential. It's never shared. We take all of those numbers and combine them and share them holistically to give kind of the pulse of where we are with the industry.
And Jackie there from Visitor Services has just typed an excellent response there as well regarding this question. So I hope that clarifies that for you, Paul, but we're happy to follow up with you as well to talk more in detail if you need. So keep on with the questions in the chat window, and we'll address them as they come in. So I see a couple people are typing, and we'll see what questions we have from our members here. So the presentation has been recorded. If anyone needs a copy of that presentation, we can absolutely send that out. And a couple thank yous coming in here. Thanks, everybody. It was great to have you all here today.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. I really appreciate you coming out for all the support. It's good to know that we've already had close to 300 people do their renewal since we opened up in April, and our phone lines are quiet and the emails are quiet. So that's an indication that it's pretty intuitive and easy. Don't be afraid to go in and give it a try. We're not mailing out the top forms of previous years. It is online. If you're having difficulty with connection or anything like that, give us a call. I was speaking with an operator on the South Coast a couple of days ago, and in Mary's Harbor, and even with their connection challenges they found it really good. So internet speed shouldn't be slowing you down too much. We also had a collection of operators that helped us early days with testing, so I need to thank those for helping us out as well. So when we were developing this, we had operators at the table helping us, guiding us on the way. So thanks to those who came to our testing sessions.
Excellent. So we're going to wrap it up for today. Once again, thank you from Hospitality Newfoundland and Labrador and the Department of Tourism, Culture, Industry, and Innovation. Thanks for Shelley for coming in and having a chat with us today. Please follow up if you have any questions or require a copy of the presentation, and have a great weekend. Thank you.